Radio show fun fact. Someone on this show was born without physical openings of any kind, which is ironic since they're always referred to as a giant asshole. Let's get back to the show.
KHJ Los Angeles.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recording.
You're listening to the radio.
That is so stupid.
Comedy is very subjective.
It's one of the reasons that I'm a winner.
What day is it?
It's Tuesday!
Where? What time is it now?
It's time to wake up now.
Hey, who's ready to have some fun?
Is this a test?
Got it!
It's too early.
Fun is fun!
Today is such a great day.
For a Tuesday morning show.
Tuesdays are better.
This is true.
I can't wait to get started.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
Yeah, it is. The Mike Show. So darned happy that you could join us on this Tuesday.
Well, I'm happy too.
I'm happy that you're happy,
Thanks.
and I'm happy that you're here, and you had a big busy weekend too.
Yeah, I went back to my old high school in southern New Jersey to my 50th high school reunion.
Wow! Congratulations.
I know you're out there saying, how could he be old enough to have a 50th high school reunion? But
I know
it's true,
right? Yeah,
it's true.
No, you don't look a day over. How old are you?
67.
Yeah, you don't look a day over 67.
I'm actually 68, so I don't look a day over 67.
No.
But I would recommend that everyone do that just because it's such an interesting experience.
At least once.
Yeah, just once.
I haven't been. Is that the only high school reunion that you've been to?
No, it's not. I went to my 20th, my 30th, and now my 50th. I only went to 3.
Okay. I have been to. Here, wait. Let me emphasize this with sound. I've been to 0. Not
yeah,
one.
Well, everybody's been talking about that.
I know.
Well, it's so interesting though because I went to a really, really big high school. I mean, there were 650 kids in my class. And we had about 150 at the reunion. And it's just so funny walking right up and talking to the girls that were like so popular and pretty that I was afraid to talk to them in high school.
Yeah.
And I just walk up to them, hey, how you doing? You know, it's a bizarre thing as you grow up and the neuroses that you had as a 16, 17-year-old.
Well, and we were clicked. You know,
yeah, we all were.
You know, kids are clicked, and you know, they have to find their people. And now I found my people, but I was also I was also the class clown. Can you believe that?
That's hard to imagine.
Can you imagine that? And that's how I coped with life and things and whatever. I was the class clown, so I made friends with everybody, and I was invited to most of the parties. So it didn't matter if it was jocks or if it was stoners or if it was the metalheads or whoever.
I was pretty much a nerd. I mean, I was a little bit of a jock.
I was a nerd.
I ran track and cross country.
Look at my glasses.
I played baseball and stuff, but I was really pretty nerdy in high school, and I actually should have brought my. They had the thing where you have a name tag on that has your senior year picture on it.
Really?
Oh my God!
Did they? Did they really?
I should have brought that.
Special
with me.
torture.
You'd die laughing. But anyway, on the upside, I saw 5 or 6 people that I really enjoyed seeing that I really wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
But the sad part is there were 20 other people that I would love to have seen that didn't come.
Yeah.
And I wish they had.
And you had mentioned, and not to rip off the Band-Aid or anything, but you had mentioned a lot of folks that had passed away.
Yeah, there must have been.
You didn't realize.
There must have been 50 people from our class that have passed.
Yours.
No, this is mine.
I was trying to move that so that we could see the Batman mask.
Oh,
but that was yours. It wasn't mine.
Can you see the Batman mask now? Yes,
I'm Batman.
No, I am.
Okay, sorry.
But anyway,
sorry for
a number of people passed away, which was really sad, and a lot of them, of course, I didn't realize were gone. But anyway, it's one of those things where, if I had it to do all over again, I'm not sure I would have gone, but I guess I'm glad I did because it's a one-shot deal, and you should. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a good thing that you went. I have been to 0
Just absolutely zero.
Yeah, but you went to high school in Pittsburgh, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
just
not
outside.
Like it's right next door.
No,
either.
it's but you were in New Jersey. That's not an easy trek either.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to make the effort, I would make the effort. And here's the thing. I don't know. Maybe this is my perception. I don't know. But the people that were in my high school, who were in my class, that would go to these reunions, and I've followed, briefly. I've checked in every once in a while on the reunion page, and it just seems like it's always the exact same people.
Yeah.
And they're the same clique. They're literally the same clique that they were in high school, and they all stayed in our little section of town, in our little part of, and they're fine with that, and I'm fine with that.
In large part, that was still true for me too. I mean, it was
okay.
The neighborhood, it was very cliquish, and a lot of all the people that were on the organizing committee for this, there were about 6 of them, were part of this one clique. So a whole lot of their friends came.
Yeah.
Not so much mine.
Okay.
The other takeaway, and I'll wrap this up by saying that my wife is an amazingly wonderful person.
Oh, of course she is.
Because she went to this thing and had a great time, was really fun.
Yeah.
Was just got into these great conversations with people that I knew in high school, and I am just so proud of her.
Well, that's awesome.
For being the kind of person she is.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, kudos to Terry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No. Thank you, and thank Terry.
Yeah.
We had a crazy busy weekend.
Yeah, you did.
And personal side of things that I'm not going to talk about.
We won't get into that.
No, we will not, because it's been resolved, and that's fine. On the work side of things, we had a great time out at the Virginia Wine and Garlic Festival. Both days, even in the rain on Saturday, still had a great turnout. And the best thing about it was there were no lines, so you could just go right in.
Just wine out.
Wine out.
Yeah.
And then Sunday was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous,
Sunday was nice.
We had a huge turnout, and that was nice. Friday, we had chamomile and whiskey at the Academy. And then Thursday night, I don't know if you were aware of this or if we talked since this, but Thursday, we did something at Three Roads that we're now turning into a regular thing. We inadvertently created something that I think is going to be, I think is going to stick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay, so Thursday night, we invited chamomile and whiskey. Actually, we invited them to come on this show, okay?
Yeah.
They heard that we were going to be at Three Roads. So Coda and Marie reached out to us from the band Chamomile and Whiskey and said, hey, can we just pop in and join you at Three Roads? And we're like, yes, absolutely. That would be great. We can promote the show for tomorrow, and we'll give away tickets, and that'll be awesome. And they said, you mind if we bring instruments? And we're like,
what?
Yeah, exactly. Like 2 of the band members from Chamomile and Whiskey,
great band,
showed up. So we brought the sound system. We brought everything so that they didn't have to. All they had to do was show up. We did an interview with them. We introduced them to everybody there, introduced them on air, and then they played a couple songs.
That's fantastic.
And they just jammed acoustic, and it was a pop-up, totally impromptu, and just a treat for everybody that was there. So I'm thinking about this because I'm always thinking, right?
It's what you do best, Butch.
Always thinking. So I was like, there is something to this, and I don't know what we'd call it or how we'd pull this off every week, but I'm going to think about this. And I went to bed Thursday night, and I woke up Friday morning with light bulb moment. And I went, oh, I know exactly what to call it.
Did you say eureka?
I did smell a little bit, but I said to myself, self, I know exactly what to call this. I know how we can package this up. And if this was a test of the emergency broadcast system, and it was only a test, but we passed, flying colors.
In the event of a real event.
Yeah. So we're calling them the Mic'd Up pop-up concerts with my name, Mike apostrophe D, Mic'd Up pop-up concerts at Three Roads, and we're doing this for happy hours, either Thursdays or Fridays, depending on the dates. And so we reached out to some of our other band and musician friends, and we're going to have this Thursday, we're going to have Chris Shepard. He is
I know Chris.
Comedic musician and a thespian.
A terrific actor.
Yeah. So he's going to be joining us to play a couple of his wacky songs on Thursday.
That's great.
We're going to interview him at Three Roads.
What time will this happen?
This is between 5 and 7 Thursday night. And then next week, not this Friday, but next Friday, because I'm going to be in New York.
You're going to be in the big city?
Yeah, I'm going to be in New York City. So we're gonna do it on Friday, the 28th, and musician Mike Dill is going to be joining us for our Mic'd Up, and so it's going to be Mike Squared, our Mic'd Up pop-up concert series at Three Roads for happy hour.
That's awesome.
So and I've got.
Are you thinking about doing this every week?
Yes, we're doing it every week.
You're amazing.
Christian Quisenberry has.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, Christian Quisenberry. He also has the Christian Q and the Groove. He just released an album, and we reached out to him. He reached back and said, "Yeah, absolutely, I'll play one of these." So we're going through all of our the folks at Blackbird Medicine. Let me see if I got that right.
So how long a set are they going to play? Like one set for an hour? How long?
No, it's just whatever. It's whatever they want to do. Blackbird Medicine Band, and it's whatever they want to do. They absolutely positively, if they just want to do one song, they want to do two songs, they want to do three songs, but we're there from 5 to 7. So however long they want to do it, it's entirely up to them.
So they could theoretically play for an hour if they want.
They could if they want to, but most managers won't allow that. For free, correct. So don't give it away for free.
I'll come and play one.
That would be great. I'd love for you to play one. Well, what we would actually love for you to do one of our happy hour playlists.
Yeah, I do want to do that
and narrate the happy hour playlist.
We've talked about that. I definitely want to do that.
Host that hour, but we want to start recording those live also at Three Roads.
Yeah. Okay. Fab. I'll get working on my playlist.
So if we don't have a band to do a mic'd up,
and that's a roughly 10-song thing.
Yeah, 10, 12 songs.
Okay.
So if we don't have a band to do a mic'd up pop-up concert, and especially maybe for First Fridays, I kind of want to do the happy hour thing. But we'll see. We'll see what we can work into the schedule, and I definitely want to do that. But we created a thing. And
mic'd up, I liked it. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and it's keeping in theme with the show, and it's keeping in theme with the mission of Radio 434 to do bringing local global, and new music discovery and local artist discovery, and it's right within our wheelhouse, and it fits in us bringing more people and different people to Three Roads.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So win.
Yeah, the winning just keeps on.
Win. There we go.
That's great, man.
All right. On today's program, of course, we've got your 5 random facts. We're going to get really, really stupid with your stupid criminals in the news. You can listen to us on the Alexa device. I said on the Alexa device. Our live show. Yep. Live show and our feature channel 24/7 365. The live show is from 8 to 11, and then 24/7 365. Really, really cool modern alternative and really cool vintage tunes on that feature channel. It's called Modern. So if you go to Radio 434, you can click on that, or you can click on the Mike Show channel. And when we're on live, you can hear us live. You can get us on our apps. You can get us on the Alexa just by enabling our skill. Just say, Alexa, enable the Radio 434 skill, And she will. And then every time after that you want to listen, you just say, Alexa, play Radio 434. You can get the Mike Show VA podcast anywhere they get podcasts, or ask Alexa, play the Mike Show VA podcast. Okie dokie. And then, of course, watch us on Facebook Live at the Mike Show VA.
In color.
In living color.
Living color.
On the way, also, we've got Megan Huffman is going to be joining us with Sarah Proctor from the Academy Center of the Arts.
Yay, I love Sarah Proctor.
Sarah's coming in to talk about their fundraising efforts and a new program that you will not want to miss. A new initiative within the Academy. You will not want to miss this. This is if you're a lover of theater, if you're a lover of that theater, if you're a lover of concerts and venues and things, you will not want to miss this interview with Sarah Proctor. That's coming up. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you in part by Lynchburg Regional Airport. It is so much easier.
Making sure that you never miss that important connection. At Lynchburg Regional Airport, we're ready when you're ready.
4 bags to check in, please.
LYH. From here to there to anywhere. We're ready when you're ready.
Three Roads Brewery is Lynchburg's gathering spot. Enjoy the relaxed open atmosphere of the Lynchburg Tap Room with plenty of space to unwind, or outside on their expansive patio with friends and the entire family. Check out Three Roads games, arcade style, darts, and more. And of course, an excellent selection of craft beers brewed on site. Grab a Three Roads today at their tap room, 1300 Court Street, downtown Lynchburg. Their tap room in Farmville, or anywhere they serve great beer. Three Roads is also available at area convenience stores and supermarkets. And if they don't carry Three Roads, ask them to. Brewing community, Three Roads Brewery.
Give back, do good at the YMCA. The YMCA of Central Virginia is partnering with Foster Fuels to expand their annual coat drive. Please bring any gently used, like new, or new coats to one of our 3 convenient locations: the Jamerson Family YMCA, the Downtown YMCA, or the YMCA on Old Forest Road, and we will ensure that these items are cleaned and given to local school children and adults that are in need. Visit us online for more information at ymcacva.org, and let's give back and do good.
Coming to you live from the Stonecrafter Studios. For custom countertops and cabinetry, shop Stonecrafter's incredible inventory at their Factory Direct Warehouse, 3678 Manita Road, Bedford. Online at stonecraftersva.com.
KHF.
With the price of gold at an all-time high, nearly $2,000 an ounce, now's the time to get on board. Now you can turn something that you have plenty of and get shiny new gold in return. Presenting Cats for Gold. Turn your litter maker into a glitter maker. That's right. Now you can cash in your unwanted cats and get gold in return. Here's how to do it. Just snatch boots or socks off Mom's custom curtains. Put them in the prepaid padded envelope and ship them off to us. We'll weigh them, tabby them up, and send you his value in bling. Turn 2 small kittens into gold line mittens. Go from meow to, oh, wow. Turn kitty to pretty in just days with Cats for Gold. Not affiliated with Dogs for Diamonds or Birds for Bucks.
No, not at all. Speaking of birds, we have a bird that is flying around in our building. It got in somehow, and it's flying around the building.
Who told that bird the key, the combination?
I have no idea. And some, I don't know, probably Mark left the back door open, and he was out back smoking or something, and it flew in. Who knows?
Can't Jerry get him?
No. Jerry does not go out in the hallway. Jerry got out of our place one time, and he had a meltdown. He got downstairs, and he got to the foyer level.
Yeah, the entryway.
And he freaked out and didn't remember how to get back to the house, and he hid behind this fake tree, like that's gonna hide him.
Yeah,
because it's this little fake tree, and then there's Big Jerry,
yeah,
and he's a fat boy, and so I found him downstairs, and he was just terrified, and he really wanted to come back in the house, but yeah, so this bird is flying around, and it got. I swear to God, it's been there for 2 weeks, and we can't get him out. We can't shoo him out. Well, birds are not that smart. They won't follow you. You can't
That's where the term bird brain comes from.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can't tempt them with food like a cat or a dog. And so we can't lure him out the door.
Eventually he'll die of starvation.
Well, we don't want that to happen.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to open one of the, because birds will naturally go to the highest point. So we're going to go up to Hub's level, and we're going to
open up Hub's apartment.
We're going to, well, I don't think we're going to do that.
Let's do that.
That's an idea, though.
I like it.
Okay, all right. New plan. We're going to send them to Hub's place.
Yeah.
And Hub can deal with them, especially coming off of Jekyll and Hyde.
So my really messy cat that I used to have, Oscar Madison.
Yeah.
Oscar, a bird came down our chimney once, and
Really?
Oscar, it took about 5 seconds, and Oscar leaped up in the air and nailed it right out of the air.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen with Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're talking money now in this segment. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Everybody's pushing for mobile wallets and contactless payments, and there are some places that don't even accept cash anymore. Literally, there are. And
Well,
so,
if you go, like this summer at a Hillcats game, you couldn't pay cash for hot dogs and stuff.
yeah, and
It's all cashless there. I think it's great, actually.
out at Garlic Fest, most everything was with a card.
Yeah.
New poll asked, and this is, I guess the question is, so are people still carrying cash around?
I'm not.
I carry like $20 on me.
I don't carry any cash.
Well, I don't carry cash when I'm just walking around or taking the dogs out. I don't take my wallet. I don't take my cash.
Not.
I don't take anything out when I'm taking the dogs out. But if I'm going somewhere, I'll probably take like $20 in cash.
Well, we went to Philadelphia for the whole long 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
No cash. No need, no cash.
Nice. So this new poll asked people how often they pay in cash with making an in-person purchase. Probably about 7 years ago, I was doing everything with cash.
Yeah.
I completely eliminated...
Mostly wasting it.
Yeah. I completely eliminated any transactional things. I did everything with cash.
Okay.
It wasn't an off the grid thing. I just
Was that when we used to call you El Chapo?
Yeah, I got into this phase.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so 7% of people say they always pay in cash. Another 14% say they usually do. On the flip side, 8% say they never use cash.
Right.
Another 30% say they rarely do.
Right.
I guess that would be you.
Rarely, extremely rarely.
36% of people say they often use cash and other methods. The interesting thing is that young adults are the most likely to say they always pay in cash. Huh? While older adults, especially boomers, are more likely to say they never pay in cash.
You'd almost think it was the opposite.
Yeah, you would. They didn't break it down by payment method, so maybe the never cashers are using credit cards or debit cards for convenience and safety, rather than whipping out their devices to use like the Apple Pay or something like that.
Don't be whipping out your devices.
Or maybe they're writing checks.
Yeah, think.
Maybe.
Remember those?
I do remember those, and we still So I still have to pay our cleaning service that way.
I'm rich. You're not.
Shut up. I can't. I've tried to get her to use like any of the digital methods.
Not happening.
And she just asks
Please just
politely,
leave me a check.
please just leave me a check. And I go, okay, well,
I'm rich.
You're not.
All right. Anyway, that brings us to our top list today. Remember when cash was king? Not anymore. Yeah. In fact, 8% of us never use it nowadays. And in a desperate attempt, though, to keep those dead presidents very much alive, we present today's list. It's our top list today. Top reasons to still carry cash.
All right.
We ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number one. You can't snort Coke with crypto. Whenever you're bored, you can pull out a $20 bill and admire Andrew Jackson's tele-evangelistic level hair.
Nice.
Tele-evangelistic level hair. See, I read that without stumbling.
That was really professionally done.
Thank you. Top reasons to still carry cash. Coins give you something to jingle when you want to let the rest of the bus know you're a high roller. Yeah. Top reasons to still carry cash. Tossing credit cards in the air doesn't exactly count as making it rain. Making it rain. Top reasons to still carry cash. As convenient as Apple Pay is, tossing your iPhone into the mall fountain when you want to make a wish isn't exactly financially prudent.
Not.
Penny loafers without pennies just look sad.
They're just loafers.
Yeah. Actually, with pennies, they look sad too. Bad example.
Sadder.
Yeah. Top reasons to still carry cash. Flattening dollar bills for the vending machine keeps your fingers fit.
Good idea.
Coins are a great way to meet Scott Baio. Since it gives you an excuse to drop something in his cup.
Oh, my God.
And top reasons to still carry cash. What else are you going to keep in your wallet? Condoms? Anyway, the Mike Show. Let's see, what is today? Today's Tuesday. Coming up, I think Megan Huffman and Sarah Proctor are here. Let me double check. I'll trust but verify. Here. We're outside the studio.
All right. Let them in.
All right. That's awesome. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you in part by CMA's Honda of Lynchburg.
From brand new to lightly used, CMA's Honda of Lynchburg's got you covered. Shop our growing selection today and find our best deals on our entire inventory. That's savings on every single vehicle. And on our used cars, take 3 days to love it or leave it. Plus, we'll buy your current vehicle, trade in with us, and get an unbeatable offer. Start shopping and saving today. CMA's Honda of Lynchburg. Owners just care more.
Traveling with your family is not only affordable from Lynchburg Regional Airport, it's convenient too. Our daily departures offer easy connections on American Airlines through Charlotte to over 170 nonstop destinations. So check the great round-trip fares currently being offered to your vacation destinations by using flylyh.com today and click Book Now. Prices are subject to change without notice and certain restrictions apply. Advanced purchase is required and availability is limited. Low fares, less hassle. Check Lynchburg first.
There's nothing like holding a freshly grilled Jersey Mike's cheesesteak. It's even better than holding a winning $1 million lottery ticket. For starters, Uncle Sam takes half. Then you buy some useless stuff, like a tiny suit of armor for your cat. And before you know it, your sister's cousins and Uncle Frankie come knocking on your door for handouts. Bing, bang, boom, you're back to zero. So if you want to play a winning number, order a number 17 Mike's Famous Philly. Freshly grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Broadcasting from the Stonecrafters Studios. For custom countertops and cabinetry, shop Stonecrafters' incredible inventory at their Factory Direct Warehouse, 3678 Manita Road, Bedford. Online at stonecraftersva.com.
KHF. This is not headline news. A Girl Scout treasurer was arrested for theft and fraud. On the bright side, she earned her crypto badge. A California law could force people with mental illness to seek help. Don't read into this, but they named it Britney's Law. Courtney Cox regrets all the facial fillers she got, except around Halloween when she saves a ton on makeup. And Amazon is testing out drug delivery by drone. Meanwhile, CVS is still trying to sell you Halloween candy while you buy hemorrhoid medication. This is not headline news.
Not. It's the Mike Show.
You would think the two of those go hand in hand.
Or hand in something.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So is this crazy or clever? There are times when you may be asked for a personal reference for jobs or, getting an apartment or something like that.
Okay.
But what about dating? The New York Post has a story about a woman who asks her dates for references from other women before getting too involved.
Like other women that he's dated?
Yes.
Oh.
She liked the idea because she had a bad experience with a guy who never introduced her to any of his family or friends. And after a few months, she realized that he already had a relationship and she was the other woman. And you'd think that she'd get a lot of pushback from guys about making, about this reference thing.
Yeah.
But the first time went well. She met a guy online, but before they met, she asked for a female reference. He was a little unsure, but after she explained why she was asking, he gave her her sister's phone number, and the woman texted her a bit. She then went out with the guy. They're still together 4 months later.
He gave her his sister's
Correct.
number.
Correct.
Okay, so not somebody that he dated,
No,
but just a female
reference.
Kind of okay.
Yeah. Now she's doing this to avoid red flags, but guys, would this be a red flag to you, or does it seem reasonable?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Does it?
Well, yeah, because dating is such a crap show anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't know this.
Yeah.
So and my heart goes out to anybody that's in that pool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the pool has pee in it.
Oh my.
Let me just tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little murky.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Speaking instead of let's do this. Instead of doing it by references, how about how you butter your toast? According to this,
okay,
this story comes to us from England. They had some psychologists weigh in on how different people butter their toast, and according to this, it says a lot about you.
Is there more than one way?
Apparently, there's 9 ways to butter your toast. Yeah. So here we go.
Okay.
Let's see. What is this? Where it says, apparently it says a lot about your personality. Period. Question mark. They had some psychologists weigh in on how different people do it and what it says about you. Here are the 9 buttering techniques and what each one supposedly means.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it from the bottom up, because that's the way I like to do it. The barely there. You use just enough butter to get the job done. You want to know what that means? Now weigh in if any of these describe you.
Okay.
Are you a barely there?
No.
Just enough butter to get the job done?
No.
Okay. Neither am I.
No, I like butter.
Unless I am down to like nothing left in the container of butter, and then I'm just like trying to barely get.
Now, when you say
on
container of butter, do you mean actual butter or do you use margarine?
Well, okay, for toast, I use margarine.
Okay.
Just because it's easier to spread. Actually, quite frankly, I use cream cheese more than anything. Okay. But if I did do butter bread, because I'll do that if I make dippy eggs.
Yeah.
So you have something to dip the eggs in, or I make something called an egg sandwich surprise.
Okay.
And I take an over easy with the runny yolk inside.
Yep.
And I put that on a sandwich, but I butter the toast for the sandwich, and I usually put cheese and maybe turkey or ham on it.
Okay.
And then I give that to the kids, and then the kids are eating their sandwich, and then they bite into the yolk, and the yolk goes everywhere. That's the surprise.
Yeah, and they like that.
It's a thing.
See, I always have butter.
Egg sandwich surprise.
And I keep it at room temperature.
Butter or margarine?
Butter.
Okay. All right. So, you're not a barely there.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Nope.
So the barely there means you're a go-getter who moves fast and doesn't waste time, or you're just on a diet, or your container of margarine is almost empty. Number 8 on the list, the curler. They're referencing a specific utensil called a butter curler.
Yep.
If you use anything other than a knife to butter your bread, it means... Are you a curler?
No.
You don't use any other utensil?
No.
You barely use a knife. It means you're smug if you use the curler and tend to think your way is the best way. You're also good at puzzles. These...
Okay.
I'm not making this up. These are 9 buttering techniques. Some psychologists weighed in on how different people, how they butter their toast, and it's supposed to legitimately say, what kind of a person you are. Okay. Are you a tear and spread? It's where you tear pieces off and then butter them individually. Tear pieces of toast off and then butter them individually.
No. What kind of monster does that?
Well, according to this, that says you're fun, outgoing, and think differently. And you probably have good communication skills because you have to explain yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the double-sider? Are you a double-sider?
No.
Okay. Who does that? It's the... the British. You spread butter on both sides. It's a sign that you're creative, live by your own rules, and don't mind being the weird one.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Number 5 on the list, the crust avoider. You butter the middle of the bread and you don't go near the edges. You don't. I said.
No.
Okay.
No, that's not me.
It's a sign you're extremely neat. You don't want to make a mess, so you make sure you butter inside the lines. All right. Number 4 on our buttering toast technique list. Would you like some toast with that butter? If you use way more butter than most people, you probably have a happy disposition, enjoy life, and don't mind overindulging. Is that you?
I hover there. Yeah. I like butter on my toast.
Okay. What about the clumper?
The clumper.
The clumper. The clumper. The clumper is
I think I may need a kidney transplant.
No. Minimal spreading. Just 1 or 2 pads of butter mashed onto the bread. And that says you think outside the box, like to do things your own way, and also tend to be late a lot.
Okay.
Maybe that's Desiree.
Yeah, because you're not thinking ahead of time to take the butter out. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Total coverage. This is number 2 on the list. Every square inch of the bread must have butter. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me too.
That's you? Okay, so you're a would you like some toast with that butter and your total coverage. Okay, so what that says about you, total coverage, says you're methodical, precise, organized, and like to be in control.
Wow.
And then number 1 on the list is the glider. You're the glider. You toss some butter on, glide it across the bread once or twice, and eat. All right, that means, supposedly, you're laid back, easygoing, and okay with change.
I'm going to tell you, I saw the coolest thing on one of those little Facebook reels or whatever. Maybe it was TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this woman took like one of those big round breads, cored out the center of it, and she made a butter candle. So she took like heavy cream butter and clarified it and then poured it into like a Dixie cup with a wick in the center.
Interesting.
And then once it hardened, she put it in the center of the bread and lit the candle. And about 5 minutes after you light it, there's enough of a pool of butter there that you can just tear bread off and dip it.
Well, that's weird.
That looked like a really cool idea to me.
Speaking of food festivals can be a fun way to go out and experience the culinary offerings in your area. But this is different. There's actually a food festival coming to L.A., I'm assuming that's Los Angeles, called Chain Fest. And it will feature bites from restaurants that are chains.
Okay.
Chili's, Dunkin', Panda Express, Pizza Hut.
Gotcha.
Sonic, Red Robin. And from in this specific event, drinks will be provided by Pepsi. There will be specialty alcoholic drinks from Guinness, Smirnoff, Crown Royal, and Captain Morgan.
Okay.
They're charging $75 to get in, and if it's slammed and you can't get into every booth, you can use Postmates to get on-site delivery. I don't know what that is.
Postmates is like DoorDash.
Okay.
It's just not as big.
One of the people behind it is behind the concept is BJ Novak from The Office. But this isn't a joke or even a sarcastic stunt. His business partner is a chef, and as part of the event, he's putting his own spin on one classic dish from each chain. So his chef friend is Tim Hollingsworth, and that's something that you can only get at the festival. So if, for example, the personal pan pizza, I guess Tim would do it up, chef it up, exactly. It's unclear if his creations are the only ones part of the festival, or if the chains will also provide versions of their own standard food. The festival is happening in Hollywood the first weekend of December. 2 days have already sold out.
Wow. Okay.
So they're adding another day. There's no word if they plan to expand it further. You can get ticketing information at eatatchain.com. Eatatchain.com. Interesting. Let's see. there any... Oh, okay. Speaking of change, one more thing, and then that's it. People in Pittsburgh have been complaining about how you guys are going downtown and that. About a 10-cent bag fee that has started showing up on receipts at fast food places.
What?
Yeah, they've got a 10-cent bag fee. No, this one in particular was at a McDonald's at the drive-thru. Apparently, it's happening. Oh, it's happening at all fast foods in the city of Pittsburgh. They have a new ordinance banning plastic bags. A lot of cities have done this. There's no single-use plastic bags at stores. So you either bring your own bags or you pay a fee, usually 10 cents, for a paper one. Some people in Pittsburgh say they can't understand why this is happening at McDonald's because they've always had paper bags,
right?
Not plastic. Some think they're taking advantage of the rule by adding the fee. I would agree with that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Especially since you need your food bagged at most drive-thrus. It's like, here.
Yeah.
Here.
What's
next? What's next? You can't get a plastic bowl for your Panda Express?
Yeah.
They're just going to throw the rice at you? McDonald's says they have no choice. The new Pittsburgh ordinance is requiring them to charge customers 10 cents for each paper bag, and they don't have the fee outside the city.
And where does that money go?
Well, I don't know. Let's read on. It seems like the problem in Pittsburgh may be how the ordinance is written. There are supposedly exceptions for any order that includes open food, like fries or a muffin, anything that isn't completely wrapped. So that could mean that the cashier has to determine whether or not the customer gets a bag fee. Add one more thing that they'll have to add a picture to press. There are supposedly exceptions, blah, blah, blah. Plus, there should be a reasonable way to avoid the fee altogether, since the whole point is to try and get people to use fewer bags. In grocery stores, you can usually bring your own reusable bags, but it's very unlikely a restaurant would take people's potentially dirty reusable bags inside to pack their order.
Yeah, no.
Or if a customer doesn't want a bag, drive-through lines will take longer, as cashiers have to individually hand items out while waiting drivers are, finding a place to put the different items in their car.
Yep.
And it just sounds messy. It's ridiculous. All right. Coming up on the program a little bit later on.
We don't have any bag fees here at the Mike Show, just so you know.
No. There's other fees. We do charge other fees.
Yeah.
I'm rich. You're not.
Yeah. Coming up, we've got Audio Vault. We've got your stupid criminals, and then we've got the good news. That is all on the way. This portion of the broadcast, they do not charge bag fees either, is Jersey Mike's Subs.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Yahoo! It's me, Mario. Just kidding. It's Allison.
And Katie.
From CASA. And we can't wait to see you at the 9th annual CASA Superhero Run on November 4th at Percival's Island Trail.
Our race features a 5K run, 5K walk, and 1 mile kids fun run. And did you guess our theme is Mario Brothers?
Become a real-life superhero to a child in foster care by signing up for the CASA Superhero Run.
Register today at lynchburgsuperherorun.com.
Give back, do good at the YMCA. The YMCA of Central Virginia is partnering with Foster Fuels to expand their annual coat drive. Please bring any gently used, like new, or new coats to one of our 3 convenient locations, the Jamerson Family YMCA, the Downtown YMCA, or the YMCA on Old Forest Road, and we will ensure that these items are cleaned and given to local school children and adults that are in need. Visit us online for more information at ymcacva.org, and let's give back and do good.
Coming to you live from the Stonecrafters Studios. For custom countertops and cabinetry, shop Stonecrafters' incredible inventory at their Factory Direct Warehouse, 3678 Manita Road, Bedford. Online at stonecraftersva.com.
KHF.
And now it's time for
5 random facts.
Yep, that time of the day we cram your head full of usable information, and you can tell it back wherever the heck you happen to be. We don't know where you go or what you do, and quite frankly, it's really none of our business. Well, Bill has a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I've been following you.
But he is a vault, okay? All those dirty little secrets,
I don't talk about it.
He keeps them all to himself. They're between you and him.
That's right.
But if you say any of these 5 random facts back, somebody in the room is bound to say, "Wow." Yeah. All right, here we go. Number 1. Both China,
Hello.
hi, and Japan,
Hello.
hi, have Eiffel Towers that are taller than the one in Paris. Now, they aren't exact copies, but they're among dozens of structures across the world that look very, very similar and were reportedly inspired by the Eiffel Tower.
Like in Vegas.
Yeah. The U.S. has several, including the one replica in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And now that's about half the size of the real one, which is 1,083 feet tall.
I've been up in the actual Eiffel Tower in Paris.
I've never been to France.
It's fantastic.
Never been to France.
The day we were up there was a windy day, and that at the top of the Eiffel Tower was swaying.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm talking about like 2 feet back and forth, like not imperceptible at all. It was very perceptible.
Dang.
And we were reassured that, well, that's a good thing. If it sways, it's healthier. I was like, I'm going down now.
Number 2. The first person to refer to the F word as an F-bomb was a catcher on the New York Mets named Gary Carter, not Jerry Carter.
Gary Carter, they used to call him the Kid.
The Kid, okay.
Gary Carter, the Kid. He was a great catcher.
So, there's a quote from him in Newsday in 1988 where he says an umpire threw him out of the game for using the F-bomb.
He said that first.
Yeah, he said it first.
Gary Carter sadly passed away at a fairly young age from a cancer of some kind.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, but he was a terrific catcher. Played for the Montreal Expos for a while, and then was on the Mets team that with Darryl Strawberry and those guys, Dwight Gooden, that won the World Series.
Cool. Number 3. In the original He-Man cartoons in the early 1980s, He-Man could not use his sword as a weapon because of broadcast standard rules. And the only enemies he was allowed to destroy were robots.
Not real people.
Correct. Now it's kind of interesting because I took our youngest daughter. I took both of our kids to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I remember you talking.
3, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah,
which had a level of violence in it. They're fighting a lot of bad guys.
Sure.
A lot of creatures.
Sure.
And they're just decimating. With swords and guns and knives and it was rather brutal.
Yeah.
And I looked over to my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you all right?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, now just know, they're just killing robots. Those are all robots that they're killing. They're not real people.
Yeah.
They're not living things. They're robots."
They're robots.
And she goes, "Oh, okay." And so she's fine with that.
She's a Sharpie, that one.
Yeah, she is. Number 4. Disney originally Disney originally had Aladdin set in Baghdad. But when the Gulf War broke out, they mixed up the letters of Baghdad and swapped a few of them out and changed it to the city of Agrabah.
Oh, wow.
Agrabah.
So Eric Goldberg went to high school with me. We talked about my high school reunion.
Yeah.
He was a cartoonist for the school paper and the yearbook and stuff, and he went to work for Disney. And he was the lead cartoonist for the movie Aladdin.
Really?
And drew the Aladdin character. That was Eric's work.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was he's done really well with them.
Look at how we've come full circle.
How about that?
And then number 5.
Yeah.
22% of people say the first time they figured out how to send text messages was when they were voting for American Idol.
Wow.
That led to it. And there you go. That's your 5 random facts. Here, let's play the outro. Why not?
This has been today's edition of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Random. Facts.
The Mike Show. So we were talking about off air. We were talking about our pets.
Yeah.
Well, even on air, we were talking about the cat
We talk
stuff.
a lot about our cats and dogs.
So you have a kitty cat that is having some issues.
Yeah, Leo had a blockage for the 3rd time in his life. He's 9.
Yeah.
And he couldn't go number 1.
Yeah.
And it was obviously causing him distress. And luckily Terry noticed that, and we took him to the vet. And so he got a battery of tests and x-rays, and they catheterized him and anesthetized him and kept him for a couple nights. And now we have to get a second mortgage.
I'm rich. You're not.
Because of Leo the cat.
Cha-ching. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Leo the cat.
Yeah, me too.
And
He's
your
a good
your
dude.
wallet.
He's a good dude. Well, I told the vet, I said, he's going to have to get a paper route or something.
Yeah,
after
something.
this, and I said, whatever you do, don't let him order room service because he's already running up a bill.
So, Lexi. I said Lexi.
Your nemesis?
My nemesis. All right, so Lexi, if you've been following the show and listening to our pet talk.
Yeah, Lexi is Mike's nemesis.
Yeah, number one, she's my nemesis. Number two, you know that she has some issues, especially back there.
Yeah.
In her lady part area.
In the downtown region.
Yeah. So she has this thing that it started out, it looked like a fireball. Like one of those candies. And it was just like hanging out.
Dude,
well, now it looks like a red rubber ball.
It's got bigger?
Oh, yeah. And we took her to the vet to discover that she is riddled with tumors. Okay, and that was one of them. And it was, but it had not changed anything. Like, her eating was still the same.
She acts the same.
Before, her eating was the same. Her drinking was the same. Her going out. Both 1 and 2 was the same. Her appetite was the same. Her energy level was the same. Well, now that's changed up a little bit. She was having some issues, some digestive issues. So we ended up having to change her entire diet. And then to find out, she finally got a vet appointment. And the vet said, look, she's, we were going to do surgery on this one, dangling participle. We were going to do surgery on this.
Yeah.
But I know how costly this is going to be.
Yeah.
Lexi is 15 years old, and I know that red rubber ball hanging out of her is not attractive, but we put a diaper on her, now because she has some incontinence issues. And he said it's a good thing, keep putting the diaper on her because that'll protect that, and you won't have to look at it.
Yeah.
And he said, but if I remove that, it's not going to save her life. It's not going to give her any additional time.
She getting ready to get in the checkout line, or
what? And it could be years, as described by the doctor. But he said that her diet, she stopped eating for a while. She stopped going number 2 for a while. She's still going number 1. And he said, well, this is putting strain on her system.
Yeah.
And just her age and all her complications and her tumors and everything. It's just putting stress on her system. And we're all going to go eventually.
Right.
She's going to go. It's just a matter of when. So we were feeding her for that week. We had changed up her diet before the vet appointment.
Right.
We changed up her diet to chicken and rice and chicken broth, and then she's finally eating, and then she's finally going. However, she's still straining, and she still is not 100%. And then we found out that was the wrong diet to be giving her. In her condition, we should be giving her a low protein diet, a lower protein diet, and then the chicken and rice is a high protein diet.
Sure.
So it gave her sustenance. It got her perked up again. But
it wasn't the right thing.
So we have to buy a special food from the vet.
Yeah.
We have to get a prescription.
Prescription food. That's what Leo has to get.
For this special food.
That's what Leo has to get.
And it is 10 times more expensive than any food you could buy in the store.
Yeah.
We have to get it directly from the vet.
Same.
And
I'm rich. You're not.
Shut up. But Lexi on and she has an antibiotic. 3 days of this, and she is back to normal.
After only 3 days?
100%. She's back to normal. She's moving around the same. She's perky. Everything is fine with Lexi now, and her going outside habits are returned to normal. Back to normal. Everything's back to normal.
That's great. Except that, man.
What are you going to do? They're your fur babies.
They're part of your family.
They're your fur baby. I'm grateful that Jerry the cat is. I got to show you this picture of Jerry, by the way. I'm grateful that Jerry the cat is still in such good health. He was very, very mad because Tab pulled out a camera. We were having snuggle time, and Jerry here. I'm gonna share this.
Jerome.
I'm gonna share this up on screen. If you go to the Mike Show VA, there is Jerry and I.
That's a great picture.
In the kitchen, and we were having snuggle time. Where I was picking him up like a baby, and he's rubbing his face in my beard, and we're just having snuggle time.
Yeah.
And then Tab pulled out the camera and goes, "Here, look." And Jerry looked at her like, "How dare you interrupt snuggle time?
This is snuggle time.
This is snuggle look
are you doing?"
Look at that look. He's
That's
like,
what he looks like. He's
like, "What the hell, lady?
Yeah.
This is snuggle time. You're interrupting snuggle time.
Get out of my face."
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's saying.
So and Jerry's a big. You can obviously see.
No, Jerry's large.
He's like a little mountain lion.
Leo weighs like 18 pounds.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
About the same.
He's a beast.
About the same.
He's a big cat.
But yeah. So there's Jerry the cat.
Nice picture.
Yeah. So luckily, Jerry the cat is still in great health, but Jerry is 13 or 14, and I didn't realize how old he was when we got him from the Martins. Mm-hmm. And Fuzzy is still in good health, but he's again in 13 or 14.
Yeah.
So but it's the thing we do for fur babies.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up on the program a little bit later on, we're going to get so much stupider. With your stupid criminals in .news.
And I'm going to check out.
All right. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you in part by Lynchburg Regional Airport. It's so much easier.
Whether your adventure is just beginning or you're on your way home, at Lynchburg Regional Airport, we're ready when you're ready. LYH. From here to there to anywhere. We're ready when you're ready.
Join us down at the Lynchburg Community Market and experience all that one of the nation's oldest farmers markets has to offer. Grab some lunch from our restaurants and shops, or shop from our awesome selection of artisan, handmade goods and our crafters gallery. Swing by on Saturday to check out our farmers market, where you can shop from the freshest selection of local grown produce, meats, and more. The Lynchburg Community Market, located in downtown Lynchburg on the corner of 12th and Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 to 2 year-round. For more information, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Lynchburg Community Market.
Back for its 10th year, the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce's Christmas Market is a time for small business to shine. Join us on November 4th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Spring Oak in Bedford, located at the historic Elks Home, for fun, food, hot chocolate, and holiday shopping. We had over 400 community members come see us at the Christmas Market last year, and we're looking forward to seeing many more this year. We're still accepting vendor applications. Registration will be open on bedfordareachamber.com through October 27th.
Broadcasting from the Stonecrafters Studios. For custom countertops and cabinetry, shop Stonecrafters' incredible inventory at their Factory Direct Warehouse, 3678 Moneta Road, Bedford. Online at stonecraftersva.com.
KHF.
It is the Mike Show. It's the Tuesday edition of the program. That brings us Megan Huffman from Share Greater Lynchburg. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Mike.
Hello. How's it going?
Great. Beautiful day outside.
Absolutely.
You see the sky out there today?
It's finally fall. Wow. By the way, it's good because for a while there we were still doing summer.
Yeah.
But it's finally fall, and it's a very, very nice day.
Beautiful.
You are joined by, each and every Tuesday, you bring us a guest. Today's no exception. Who you got there?
Yes, I'm so excited to have Sarah Proctor here, who's the Director of Stewardship for the Academy Center of the Arts.
Hi, Sarah.
We love Sarah. We love the Academy. We're so excited for Sarah to share about a new program that she has over at the Academy.
You guys are doing so much over there, and folks. A lot of folks just think, it's a theater and they do shows, and they've got another theater. Oh wait, they've got a pottery studio. Yeah. Oh wait, they've got kids camps, and they've got and art galleries. And then there's more and more and more and more and more. So tell us all the things that you guys are doing, and then some new things.
Sure. Well, so you got it. Yes, all those things and so much more. And I think
I happen to know one or two things.
You know a couple
about
things
the place,
happening,
but nobody wants to hear it from me. They want to hear it from you.
So in addition to all of the things, the theater, the art camps, the pottery studio, the galleries. We always have First Friday in the galleries, and that rotates on a regular basis. There's so much that we do in the community and just different programs that we've been implementing, and the programming department has done the most exceptional job just bringing some new things to the community, and specifically free programming to make sure that we get everybody involved in the arts and in what's happening downtown.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So now talk about you have a new thing that you've never done before. Is this correct?
Yes. So as a lot of people, well, either you know or you don't know, the Academy is actually a nonprofit organization, and so much of what we do and so much of how we can continue to be that resource in our community is through memberships and sponsorships to the Academy. That's a significant part of the funding and all of the things that we can provide to downtown Lynchburg. So we have our memberships, but we've just started a new program called the Small Business Membership Program, where we're reaching out to folks that want to, bring their employees, find ways to bring their clients to the Academy in some really cool, creative ways. So providing them with different perks and some membership benefits. So it ranges between $500 as the entry level and going up from there to $3,000. And what's included are Academy Presents tickets, access to the Members Lounge, tickets to the Warehouse Concert Series, which are going to be that much more robust going into the 2024 season.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, we're really excited about the Warehouse Concert Series moving forward. And then also some great things that you can do within your organization. So team building opportunities, whether that be pottery workshops or some of the team building activities that we have on campus already built into our programming and offering discounts for those things, as well as some networking social opportunities for the small businesses that join this program.
That's great.
Yeah. So, and then of course, some naming opportunities. So having your business listed in the playbill, on our annual donor wall, and then also in our annual report. So we want to make sure that we can advocate for you as well as you all coming and joining part of the Academy family.
We have a couple Mike Show chairs at the Academy. No, I'm just kidding.
They're folding chairs. They're in a closet in the back.
They are, and thank you for reminding us of that.
No problem.
And letting everybody know. See, I was being all proud because we had some Mike Show chairs there.
Yeah, I don't like you when you're overly proud.
I know. Nobody does.
Mike, I was just thinking when you were talking, Sarah, I was thinking about the many ways that I personally engaged with the Academy this past weekend.
Yeah.
I was speaking at my daughter's elementary school, and I saw Stephen with the art bus there. They were doing some service learning, and they were painting rocks outside. Yep. And then Friday night, I walked past the Monsters show in the Historic Theater, and then went to Chamomile and Whiskey in the Warehouse Theater, and past the studio where they were doing pottery, and there was a bunch of people in there. And then just there's just seems like it's such a live, vibrant, active campus that anytime you go by, it seems that something's going on there, and that takes resources.
It absolutely
to pull
takes
off.
resources.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, there are things that happen on the Academy's formal campus, but then all the things that happen outside of the Academy with the AIM bus and these different programs that we provide in the community. And one of the big things that we are working towards in 2024 and with our new campaign coming up in the fall is finding how we can impact 150,000 people in our community. So by getting to that point, it's reaching beyond our walls and finding ways in which we can connect with everybody, regardless of age, mobility, any of those things. We want to make sure that we can reach them.
And also, speaking of which, and not to interrupt, but speaking of the outreach programs that you guys do, Ted Batt curates a number of satellite galleries, off-site as well as the galleries that are on-site at the Academy. And so you can see works of art from our community that Ted has curated all over town.
Yeah. Ted is probably he's one of the most connected people I know. If there's an artist in the area, you know who Ted is, and Ted has a story of, how they got here and there. But so Westminster Canterbury, we have a satellite gallery as well as Magnolia Foods, the Virginian, and then on campus we have 3 gallery spaces, 2 of them being at the Patricia Harrington Gallery building at 600 Main Street, and then down in the warehouse lobby there's on rotation a youth art gallery.
Yeah. Well, and Ted's been there since the Academy was built, so there's like 1900 and what? Anyway, I'm just kidding.
19.
Anyway, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Well, folks can learn more about everything that's going on with all of our area nonprofits if you visit sharegreaterlynchburg.org. All the information, especially for the Academy Center of the Arts, and 164 nonprofit organizations, and it's a what they do and even a what they need. If there's a need for a particular nonprofit and you'd like to make a connection, you can find that information at sharegreaterlynchburg.org and just type in the nonprofit that you're looking for. Just search alphabetically or by category or whatever. And you can also find out more information, obviously, about shows, programs, events, things that are going on at the Academy Center of the Arts by going to your website, which is?
academycenter.org. And check out all of the shows that we have coming up. Even this week, we've got Steel Drivers. It's sold out, but we're so excited about that show. Yeah. And then the following day is the Underwater Bubble Show. So, you've got date night and you've got family night, set.
And that's
great.
The Underwater Bubble Show, that's like bath night at your house, right?
It is. We're actually using that.
We can come to that.
We're using that for bath night. We're just going to go to the Academy for bath night.
Good deal.
So the neatest thing, and I've seen this. Everybody knows my connection to this. So I've seen this organization grow from back before the historic theater was restored, and have seen the progress. And even once the historic theater was done and open, staffing was still not to the point where you could have 6 different events going on campus at the same time and have enough back-end staff and support staff to pull it off. Now there are multiple things, like Megan had said. Friday night was really it was a testimony to see that, because you had the We Are Monsters show that was an Academy Presents, an Academy Kids production there on stage at the Historic Theater, and it was a packed house.
Yeah.
And then you had Chamomile and Whiskey going on down in the warehouse. The Pottery Studio was open. The galleries were open. Everything. It was a hop and block.
Yeah.
It really was. Yeah. So kudos to you guys. And if you're looking for an organization to support, obviously date night is great. Concerts are great. We brought some great concerts to the Academy this season. Look, there's the wall right there. Starting with Everclear, Ben Folds, Wallflowers. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, and that's just within the past month and a half.
3 months. Yeah, 3 months. And Chamomile and Whiskey coming to play the warehouse was tremendous. We're looking forward to 2024 as well with the Warehouse Concert Series. We're looking forward to a more robust season as well. And there are so many ways for businesses and individuals to connect. There's so many ways for businesses and individuals to connect on Share, and Megan's going to talk about that.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just grateful. Just want to say to the Academy, and I think that this is an awesome program that nonprofits can take advantage of, a very affordable way to support the Academy and then get some benefits from it as well for clients and board members and donors, and recognizing those that you would like to spend time with at a show or something like that. So I think that's really neat. We're really busy over at Share and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation. I think I mentioned last time that the Youth Philanthropy Council had started back up again, and their grant cycle is open right now until November 15th. And so nonprofits can apply on our website at lynchburgfoundation.org for a $10,000 and a $5,000 grant that will be awarded by this group of 27 local high school seniors who have been selected and nominated to be on this committee. So it's an honor to serve, and they learn about philanthropy and the process that goes into selecting the recipients of the grant. So they realize what a rigorous and intentional process that is when a committee sits down to decide where those philanthropic funds go. So that application is open again through November 15th. Don't miss out on that, particularly if you're a youth, a youth affiliated organization. They tend to, sway towards those that are serving peers. So that's just a little tip, I guess, but that's what I've heard. But I think that the students really enjoy that process. And with Share, we are launching this week our Give Good campaign, which is our Giving Tuesday campaign. Right now, we're accepting nominations for Give Good ambassadors. Those are individuals in your organization and in the community that you think are doing an awesome job giving back. That could be board members or volunteers or staff members or retired individuals who are serving on every board in the fair city of Lynchburg.
Every board.
No, anyone like that.
I know no one. No one.
But when they
You're still mad about
when they are nominated, we reach out to them, and they join a elite family of 500 individuals who have a Give Good beanie cap. They get to wear that hat around town with pride to say that I give good and you should too. And then we will be inviting those individuals to be on television, radio, live remotes, billboards, newspaper ads, magazines, all the things to talk about why they give back to the community. And so our nonprofits are journeying with us on this journey, and it's just going to be really fun to see all the different stories and quotes and feedback on why people give back to our community. We have such a philanthropic and giving community, and that's we really are a special place because of that, and we want to really highlight that and tell that story this season, all in anticipation of Giving Tuesday, which is November 28th. And there's a lot of fun to come with that we'll be talking about over the next few weeks. But right now, you can pop onto sharegreaterlynchburg.org and nominate a Give Good ambassador today. And
that is up. If you scroll down on the homepage, you can see that under Stories. Nominate a Give Good ambassador right there if you go to sharegreaterlynchburg.org. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the program. We really appreciate it. Each and every Tuesday, you can learn what's going on in our nonprofit world from this lady.
That's right.
And thank you, Sarah, for joining us.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you and talk about the Academy Center of the Arts. It is The Mike Show. Coming up a little bit later on, we've got your audio vault. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Megan Huffman with Share Greater Lynchburg. Share is an online platform that helps neighbors discover ways to support, serve, or shop for over 150 local area nonprofits all in one place, 365 days a year. You can learn more at sharegreaterlynchburg.org.
The United Way of Central Virginia is hosting their annual food drive for the entire month of October to benefit local food pantries throughout Central Virginia. They need your help to surpass the goal of 15,000 pounds of food. Donate unexpired non-perishable food items, cleaning, and hygiene products. And if your business or organization would be interested in hosting a box, please contact United Way of Central Virginia. The October Food Drive benefits 13 local food banks and pantries just in time for the holiday season. Visit UnitedWayCV.org for a list of collection sites or take your donations to the United Way of Central Virginia's offices at 1010 Miller Park Square in Lynchburg. Visit UnitedWayCV.org for more information and be the change.
Coming to you live from the Stonecrafters Studios. For custom countertops and cabinetry, shop Stonecrafters' incredible inventory at their Factory Direct Warehouse, 3678 Manita Road, Bedford. Online at stonecraftersva.com.
KHF.
All right, let's open it up. It is your audio vault for today. Our collection of bits and clips and viral audio for your ear holes. I think you'll like it. You think the Saw movies are scary. Wait till you see the new sequel.
From the makers of Saw comes a new horrifying psychological thriller. Two strangers awaken, chained to a wall in a dark, cold basement.
Do you want to play a game?
Who are you?
What do you want from us?
Answer one question correctly, and you will go free. Get it wrong, and you die.
What's the question?
What is the past tense of the verb see?
Can you use it in a sentence?
Good Lord. Today I see you, but yesterday I blank you.
It's seen! It's seen!
Yeah, definitely. I seen you yesterday.
Oh boy.
Coming this Halloween, Scene. Rated PG for poor grammar.
I seen you. All right. Do you want to go to speaking of scary things, do you want to go to a real scary haunted house this year? See your real estate agent.
This Halloween, forget those lame haunted houses with plastic skeletons in a fog machine. At the Real Life House of Horrors, you'll experience things that genuinely terrify homeowners. Like popcorn ceilings. Cell service that doesn't reach the bedroom. A neighbor who parks on their yard.
What?
A mortgage with a 7% interest rate. And stray cats fornicating in your crawl space. The Real Life House of Horrors, where the lights flicker because the electrical panel needs to be updated.
All right, let's go to viral videos now. So, have you ever wondered, I love music, and I specifically love this song, by the way. Have you ever wondered what the B-52's Rock Lobster would have sounded like if the band System of a Down had written it? Well, this musician took a crack at it here.
And say hello, fella, the day. Someone reached in and grabbed it. It was a rock lobster. Rock lobster.
Awesome. That is so awesome. All right, more viral videos for ye. A TikToker named Brian Mello has gone viral with a video showing how car thieves can hack into your key fob and steal your car. He also gives advice how to prevent it.
Two thieves who are about to go ahead and drive off in some poor guy's first-gen BMW M2. The guy carrying around the antenna that looks like it was sort of like MacGyvered together in his basement is performing what's called a relay attack. If you didn't know, your vehicle's key fob is constantly emitting a signal, looking for the car that it belongs to. Likewise, the car is also constantly looking for that key fob. So what the guy with the antenna is doing is trying to amplify the signal from the key fob that's in the house, in order to trick the car into thinking that that key fob is much closer to the vehicle than it really is. Which means once they get in, no alarm's going to go off. And the thieves can just start up the car and drive it away, probably to some chop shop somewhere, ship it overseas, whatever they feel like doing. Most people leave their keys by their front door, making the entire process even easier to hijack the signal. Now, something you can do to protect yourself is you can actually put your key fob in like a little metal tin or something when you get home, or you can use what's called a Faraday bag or a pouch. Both of those will block the signal coming from the key fob so that something like this won't ever happen to you.
Okay, that's really, really good advice. All right. Let's save both of those for stupid criminals. And we'll save that one for stupid criminals as well. And we'll skip those just because Facebook is going to mute the audio. Are we going to a comedian? Yeah, we are. Okay. We wrap up Audio Vault with a comedian, and today is no exception. Since it's National Pasta Day, here's comedian Jim Gaffigan on eating way too much starchy food.
I struggle with my weight. I'm on this fancy diet, that Domino's pasta bread bowl diet. Have you seen the Domino's pasta bread bowl? It's a bread bowl filled with pasta, covered in cheese. The only ingredient missing, a suicide note. I eat unhealthy. I actually enjoy eating unhealthy, but a Domino's pasta bread bowl? I mean, I got kids. I don't want one of them in a therapist's office. If my dad loved me, why would he eat a Domino's pasta bread bowl? Pasta in a bread bowl? That's a sign of a serious eating disorder, isn't it? I was out of control. I was putting pasta in bread bowls. It's a matter of time before I cover with cheese. I needed help. I went to a meeting. It worked out. I love how Domino's presents it as some traditional entree from the old country. The pasta bread bowl. Just like a Mama Domino used to make.
All right, that's your Audio Vault for today. Let's reach over here, lovingly grab the handle, and pleased to be giving it a tug. And keep all that sound inside. It is the Mike Show Tuesday edition. Coming up, we are going to get so much more stupider with your stupid criminals in .news. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you in part by Lynchburg Regional Airport. It is so much easier.
Whether your adventure is just beginning or you're on your way home, at Lynchburg Regional Airport, we're ready when you're ready. LYH, from here to there to anywhere. We're ready when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Matt Bright, the new owner of CRI Digital Impressions, and I'm excited to announce a new chapter in the century-long history of CRI. Mutual Press was founded in 1927, and in 1973 it merged with CRI to become CRI Mutual Press. In 2002, it was renamed CRI Digital Impressions. I also own Bright Images, which has provided print and media services to the area since 1995. Yes, there is a new owner and a new location, but the same commitment to quality and service. In fact, quality and service are the cornerstones of my business philosophy. Quick turns and service with a smile. From business cards to banners and pamphlets to paperback books, we can provide all your printing needs. Call, visit us online, or stop by our location at 3022 Memorial Avenue, Lynchburg. We look forward to serving you.
Three Roads Brewery is Lynchburg's gathering spot. Enjoy the relaxed open atmosphere of the Lynchburg Tap Room with plenty of space to unwind, or outside on their expansive patio with friends and the entire family. Check out Three Roads games, arcade style, darts, and more. And of course, an excellent selection of craft beers brewed on site. Grab a Three Roads today at their tap room, 1300 Court Street, downtown Lynchburg, their tap room in Farmville, or anywhere they serve great beer. Three Roads is also available at area convenience stores and supermarkets. And if they don't carry Three Roads, ask them to. Brewing community, Three Roads Brewery.
Coming to you live from the Stonecrafter Studios. For custom countertops and cabinetry, shop Stonecrafter's incredible inventory at their Factory Direct Warehouse, 3678 Manita Road, Bedford. Online at stonecraftersva.com.
KHF.
All right, time once again for stupid criminals in .news. All right, speeding tickets can blow a huge hole in your budget, depending on where you're caught and how fast you were going. You could be looking at hundreds of dollars, but in Georgia, you might be looking at more than $1 million. A man in Savannah, Georgia was pulled over last month for driving 90 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. That's 35 over. So he knew he was going to be hit with a big fine. But when he got the ticket, it was for more than $1.4 million. Yep. He assumed it was a typo, so he called the city. The woman who answered said, nope, there was no mistake, and that he needed to pay that amount or show up in court on December 31st. The guy called a lawyer who told him that in Georgia, the maximum penalty for traffic violations is $1,000, although it could be up to $5,000 or $10,000 if you're also hit with an aggravated criminal charge. So what's going on? Well, a rep for the city of Savannah says this was a super speeder ticket, which requires a mandatory court appearance where a judge will set the penalty. They say $1.4 million was listed on the ticket as a, quote, placeholder. Basically, it's just a bug in the software rather than just say there's no automatic fine and that you're required to show up in court. The system just spits out the max numbers it can for base fines or other fees. Is this legal? Are they allowed to do this? Well, the rep said that the $1.4 million means nothing and isn't enforced. Obviously, this doesn't make any sense. So it's something they'll need to correct, and it doesn't even seem like it would be hard to do to correct it. It also seems very illegal. I mean, come on. If you got a ticket and then you called the office and they said, "Oh yeah, no, that's not a typo. It really is $1.4 million." So, speaking of outrageous speeding tickets or speeding ticket stories, a man from Texas got a $231 speeding ticket in Oklahoma, and he and his fiancée decided to add it to their wedding registry so their family and friends could help pay it off. It's a joke, but it looks like they did add it as one of the cash fund registry options, like how other couples would let guests contribute to a honeymoon, a down payment, or Taylor Swift concert tickets. Here's audio. Who is this? This is Connor Cato. Says he was doing 90 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. And here he is talking about the fine, along with a criminal defense attorney talking about what a more typical fine would be for this misdemeanor.
$1,480,032.51. The lady told me on the phone, I told her this might be a typo, I don't know, I'm not sure, and I told her the amount it was. And she said, no, sir, that's the correct amount. You either pay the $1.4 million or appear in court on December the 21st at 1:30 p.m.
The maximum for a misdemeanor is $1,000. If it's a misdemeanor of high and aggravated nature, the maximum would be $5,000.
All right, so there we go. That's the entire story that I read for you. Okay, there's more. A man ended up shooting his father over an argument about a weed eater. Mason Jack ended up calling 911 after shooting his father, who was 5 feet away. Here is acting Somerset County District Attorney Molly Metzger talking about the shooting.
The victim was not in a state to be interviewed. We'll certainly continue to investigate this, but we didn't have any evidence of intent to kill.
Okay. A Georgia man, we did that one. A Grubhub driver in California was caught on a restaurant's camera eating a customer's food in the parking lot. Here is Martin Luzianelli, CEO of Mexahana's Hibachi Grill, talking about the hungry driver.
I noticed that he was untying the bag and started chowing down on the food. Grubhub hits us back and says, hey, you know what? This customer didn't get enough shrimp, or this customer didn't get his fried rice, or this customer didn't get his garlic noodles. Well, of course, your drivers are buffeting on their food.
Good Lord. There's good news in the world, and we like to share it during this particular segment because there is so much stupidity. Speaking of DoorDash and Grubhub, a New Hampshire police officer fulfilled a DoorDash delivery after pulling over the driver for speeding. Here's the man that ordered the food, David Eldridge, and Officer Chris Spicoli talking about the good deed. Here we go.
There was a knock on the door. I thought, well, that's DoorDash, and there's a police officer there.
Sometimes administrative issues can jam you up, and it's not really your fault. And so we did what we could to try to help her on scene, and then obviously help her with her DoorDash.
After he left, I thought, maybe I should have given him a tip.
All right. It is the Mike Show. Let's do this. We've got one more break. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you in part by the United Way of Central Virginia.
Let's say you're given $1 a week to the United Way of Central Virginia's general fund. What happens after that? Do they take some money off the top for admin fees? No. Your dollar stays the exact same amount from the time they receive it from you until the time they allocate it to any one of their 26 partner agencies. And what does that $1 a week help provide? This is how your dollar makes community change. The United Way of Central Virginia is supported by you.
All right. Well, that is it. That is the program. We are back tomorrow.
Goodbye. Don't come back.
Now we're back tomorrow with another thrilling edition of the Mike Show. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for tuning our way, and if you're listening in your car right now, thanks for the ride.
Scotty, beat me up.
We'll see you here again tomorrow.
Who's going to do the dishes?